Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. So today, I know it's normally our Thrifting Thursday, or I would demo some of the stuff that I picked up on a Thrifting Thursday, but I think I just want to make some paper today. So as you can see, here is some paper that I made. This is just distress ink or oxides, or you can use paint. Watercolors also works really well, but this is just some distress oxide that I use. This is peacock feathers and I want to say dusty concord that I just put on this paper via this piece of acetate right here. This is just some packaging acetate. I'm sorry for the glare, I'll try to keep it out of your face, but this is just some packaging acetate that I picked up. It was you know, part of a package that I just kept. So you keep your garbage and you end up making really wonderful things with it. So this is the actual sheet that I used. As you can see, it has all my splotches on here from all the different oxides and inks that I used to make some other paper, but I'm going to use this piece right here to make some more paper just like this. Okay, and it's really simple to do. Once you're done with it, you're probably wondering, like, okay, so that looks great, but what do you do? Like what do you do with this, right? So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do with mine, and then it may give you some ideas on what you can do with yours. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for a moment. I am going to just spritz my acetate right here with some water. So it's just some plain water in a bottle, and all you do is just take your, let's use dusty concord because that's what I used before, and you just apply it to the water splotches on here, and it comes in contact with that water, and yeah, it's just, it releases itself from the pad. Now some people, others have done this project with what you call a jelly roll, I guess. I don't have a jelly roll, you know. It's not in my wheelhouse to have a jelly roll, but yeah, I just thought I would make some paper, and this is the way that I know how to do it. So again, I just sprayed a little bit of water onto my pad, and I'm just going to apply this onto here. And this color is, what is this? Speckled egg. So that's going down on there. And then if I want to add maybe rusty hinge, that'll work. Sure, why not? I'm just gonna apply it all over this acetate, and then we'll see what we get, right? So I'm just gonna grab a sheet of paper, and I'm sorry for that hissing sound. I actually have a mosquito in the room, and that's the only way I know to get rid of them is with those little the little bug things. So yeah, that's happening. I'm turning it off for now because yeah, it is a little noisy. So I'm just gonna add my paper to this project and see what we get. It's like you just never know what you're gonna end up with. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. So I'm just going to put it back down on the other side and just pick up all of that ink that I've added. And pick it up. Okay, so not too shabby, all right. It's not exactly this, but that's the whole beauty of doing these projects. Like, you just never know what you're going to get. So I'm going to set this one aside and we'll do another one. So again, I'm just going to spritz water just only on the acetate, and I'm going to add some more rusty hinge. And I'll add some, let's add some peacock feathers. So I just spritz some water directly onto the pad itself. Okay, and let's see, maybe I'll add some Dusty Concord onto that. Just some water. Okay, and from here I'll just spritz a little bit of water directly onto the acetate and grab another sheet of paper, and I'm going to smush that into it and we'll see what we get. It's a mystery. I love it. Okay, so alright, and let's see what we've got. Again, not too shabby. I like this one a lot. That came out pretty slick. I like that. Right, so I'm going to set this aside to dry so that the paper uncurls itself, because while it's wet it will curl up on you. So yeah, I'm just going to set this aside to dry. And then I can take this exact same ink that we have on here, and let's pick up some of that, and I'll just place this back in here and pick up some more of this ink, and I'll move it over and pick up some from over here. And not bad at all. I like that. That came out pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to set this aside as well. Okay? So what do we have left? We have just this mess right here on our desk. I'm just going to take this whole thing and put it near the trash, but not in the trash, so I can dry it off later. And I'm going to dry off my desk. And then I'm going to take the one that's completely dry, and here's what I do with mine. I make little labels with them. So you can take your package of labels. This is what I have here, right? These are just silicone stamps. I'm just going to put them on a stamping pad and grab some VersaFine ink. And I'm just going to make myself a bunch of labels that I can cut out later and use in various projects. So, okay, and you just stamp it wherever you want. Really, doesn't really matter, because you're going to cut this out. Okay, so there's one. I'll probably do a couple of these. I like the shape of these, actually. They're one of my favorite go-to shape stamps. It has a lot of coverage, and yeah, you can pretty much use it in any kind of project that you're working on. Okay, so there's that. I'll grab a different stamp. Let's see, let's do one of these. And even though I may use this again, I do clean my stamps off in between each use, so that I don't get that ink residue living on it forever, you know. Oh, that's cool. Let me put one right here. Not bad. And let's do a nice big one. I'm gonna have to grab a different stamping block for that. Let's get a nice big stamping block. And I have no idea what any of these say, but what I do, I make sure that before I stamp it, it's right side up. And if there's any ink in the corners of the stamping block that may get onto the paper, I tend to wipe that off as well. So yeah, I think this is right side up. I'm just gonna pop it down, apply a little pressure, and hopefully it transfers well. Cool. It says memo, and then at the bottom, I guess you can write whatever you like there. It says courage is grace under pressure by Ernest Hemingway. So it's a little quote right down there. Courage is grace under pressure. So I suppose it is, right? Okay. Nice. Alright, so I'll clean this one off and grab another one. And these are like pre, you know, they have some sort of sentiment on there on most of them. These are blank, of course, but if you like, you can totally do all blank labels and then cut them out and stamp another stamp on top of it to use in your project. So it doesn't have to be something that's like pre-labeled. This one didn't do so well, so I'm not even going to attempt to cover it again. I'm just going to move to another location and try it again. If it doesn't work, then I know that it's the stamp and not me. So yeah, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of pressure right there. I do have a pressure applicator for my stamps, but where is it on my desk? I do not know. Okay, so yeah, the first time it was me. I didn't apply enough pressure in certain areas, or it didn't have enough ink on it. All right, so there's that. These are going to dry, I want to say fairly quickly. So what I'll do at this point is like come in and just cut them out. And set them aside so that they can dry, and then I will continue stamping on this page. And this is a great way to make like your own, well, one, you're making your own paper, and then two, you're making your own little labels. So if you have one of these little guys right here, this Xyron sticker maker, you can run your labels through there and make yourself some stickers, right? It works perfect. I've done it before. As a matter of fact, if I find the video, I'll put it like right up here for you guys. But yeah, I spent once, I think it was a Saturday, I just spent all day just making my own labels, and I still use them till this day. Like I made so many labels, probably like 200 labels, and yeah, I just played with labels and that Xyron, is it Xyron? Yeah, Xyron label maker or sticker maker. So yeah, I wanted to separate this from the large paper so you can see what it looks like with just its own background on there. And then you'll have an idea of like how simple this is, like just by putting ink on a page, and not a lot, right? You saw I only used 3 colors, and this one I think I only used 2 colors, but yeah, just a little bit of ink gave me a lot of coverage. So I'm trying not to smudge the black ink, but yeah, just that by itself. Hang on, I'll let my camera focus on nothing but this. Takes a bit. There we go. Alright, so there we have this nice little label that can go on any project basically. It works with anything. And this actually says hat, no. I don't know what that says. Something like Matt you live event dat of your life. I have no idea what any of that means. I suppose, yeah, it totally says Matt you live event dat of your life. So don't know what they meant by that, but it's just a random silicone stamp. These are still wet, so I'm gonna just leave these to dry. I'm not gonna mess with them. This one may be dry, so I'm gonna cut this one out as well. I see some wet spots, but I'm okay with just cutting on that line. And totally usable in any project, any junk journal that you may have, any tag or journaling card that you may be working on. Just add a little label to it and you're good to go. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this side. Perfect. All right, do you see the variation of the color? You see there's a lot of white left over, like in the background. I think that's so cool. That's pretty unique in itself. Each one will be different, and that's the best part about it. All right, so these are still wet, maybe, I don't know, maybe, but I'll just cut this to separate these two, so that you can see the difference in the two labels. All right, same stamp, and they look completely different because of the background, right? So let me check on my other pages that are drying. All right, this one is just about dry. I would just take my heat tool and dry the damp areas. But yeah, this will come out like super cute, like if you stamp like right on there. Oh my gosh, so cool. So while you're blow drying it, like you will, the paper will curl again, but once it's completely dry, it will flatten out. Yeah, this came out really nice. It's not as bright as the previous, but I like that the rusty hinge kind of like, you know, lend itself to this area over here. And yeah, it came out pretty cool. It's not even colors that you were expecting, because I used speckled egg, and there's hardly any speckled egg on here, and where there is speckled egg, like it looks sort of green because of the purple. I mean, yeah, it just, I love it. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty dry. So I'm gonna move these out of the way, and I'm gonna stamp onto here. So I'm just gonna use, oh, you know what? Let's use some of these blank stamps. These are the ones that I use to make my own labels. And I loved it. It was just so easy to do. And I use these all the time in lots of projects. I think I used a different ink though. I may have used just my VersaFine, the plain one, like just that one, but I think the VersaFine Clear works just as well. We'll find out. Applying some pressure, letting it transfer. Okay, Lovely. Okay, so yeah, the VersaFine Clear works also. And you can use different colors. Like I used all different colors to create my labels, but this black is so bold and perfect. So yeah. Oh yeah. You know, you cut these out and then you write your own sentiment in there, or you stamp a sentiment in there. I mean, it's too easy, guys. It's too easy. Now you could spend all day just doing this. And I said to myself, I was never going to buy any labels anymore because it's just too easy to make your own. So I don't think I've purchased any labels recently. Not even in my Temu haul. I don't think I got any labels in that. And yeah, I don't buy them. I have these rubber stamps, and they work even better because then you get your own background on the label and you can do whatever you like with it. I'm just applying just a little bit of pressure, like a little more than normal, just to make sure that I transfer all of that ink over. And I'm also trying a different ink. I just dipped it into the plain VersaFine just to see if it gave me anything different or better than the previous. But it's about the same. The VersaFine Clear kind of, it's a little bit thicker, I think, than the plain VersaFine. Or it could just be my own ink pad, because I have had the plain VersaFine a lot longer than the Clear. So, and I sent some Clear to a subscriber, and if you're that subscriber who received the Clear, just let me know how is that working out for you, because yeah, just drop me a comment down in the description box or in the comment section how that that VersaFine Clear is working in your applications, because I like it. I don't mind it. But I think it may just be a little bit thicker than the standard VersaFine. So anyway, guys, I'm just playing with paper. I am. Like, that's all I'm doing all day. So you guys let me know what else you want to see on this channel. Because as much as it is my channel, it's also your channel. Like, you guys show up every day to watch what I do here. Just tell me what you want to see. Tell me what projects you want me to try. I've had someone ask about my Cricut, so there may be a Cricut video coming soon. I'm dreading it because it requires like bringing in my laptop and opening my Cricut app. It's work. Like, it's not only work for the process of doing the Cricut stuff. It's like, then you gotta, load your, it's a lot of steps involved, and I don't mind doing it, but it would have to be for like an actual project, Right now I'm really into junk journaling. I'm also, I've done some furniture flipping. I'll put the link for that video right up here for you. But yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. But if you're interested in seeing me do anything else besides making paper and labels, just let me know. Just drop me a comment down below. And yeah, I give everything a try. Like, AZ has sent me so many videos of other people's projects that she would like to see me do, and I've tried a lot of them. So yeah, just let me know what you would like to see, and I will definitely try it. Some of these are still wet. I don't want to smudge them because they came out so perfect, So this is a messy project. You will get ink on your hands to the point where it's like bleeding down your hands, but it's worth it, guys. Like, totally worth it. I'll show you guys a contrasting label here. Just a second. I'm just trying to cut this up without losing my line. Okay. So here is almost identical stamps. These are identical stamps on two different backgrounds, right? It's just so simple to do. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to let my labels dry, and yeah, I'm going to go clean my hands up because it's crazy town. Alright, so I'll definitely talk to you guys in the next video. Hope you guys are having a super crafty day. Go do something wonderful, right? And try making some paper, and if you do, tag me in your project so I can see what you guys are up to. I will definitely talk to you guys in the next one. Stay naturally curious. Bye.